So welcome everyone to the Tao Wellness Hour with our Tao Calligraphy Field. So my name is Laurie and I am one of the co-owners with Satori Family Wellness Center. And by profession, I am a licensed psychologist in Hawaii. And I love to integrate some wisdom with psychology into our wellness sessions. However, anything I share is just general information and not to be taken as to replace any health care or medical or psychological advice. So with that said, let us continue for today's session and welcome those of you who are joining. So we usually have many of you who have been here before. So welcome, and we will do our usual check-in to see how we are doing, because checking in to notice where we are allows us the opportunity to balance and get back into alignment. And our topic today will be the importance of flourishing the family tree and how it starts with us, okay? And how Tao Calligraphy can help this process. And then we'll talk about some next steps. So let's do our check-in and turn this open up. Okay. So when we're checking in, I want you to just notice how you are feeling today. Or you could reflect on your past week since our last Tao Wellness session. And I would just like you to non-judgmentally notice how your thoughts are, your emotions, your bodily symptoms, sensations, and actions and behaviors. And just check in. Notice if they have been more on the positive side or not so positive. And again, we don't want to judge ourselves. We just want to acknowledge and compassionately notice them. And because you're here, we have the opportunity to transform any of the negative information to help us move forward to feel happier and healthier, more empowered, or more enlightened. And if you would like to give yourself a number, you can do so. And just notice where you are at this time. And as we go through the session, I would love for you to continually to check in. And when we were talking about certain areas, I'm going to have you reflect. Notice how that might affect some of the thoughts you have, emotions, your bodily symptoms or sensations, or reflection on like how you might behave. And so, as I mentioned today, for those of you who are, just joining, we are doing the topic on, let me see. Okay, wonderful, great. On our flourishing the family tree. And the last two sessions I was here, so a couple of months ago, we talked about honoring our maternal line, transforming some soul wound messages that might come through that line. And we also talked about honoring our spiritual mothers. For example, some of you may feel connected to Guan Yin or Mother Mary, Tara, green, white Tara, and many other feminine, figures of spiritual mothers. And in last month, I believe we talked about honoring the paternal line, transforming wound messages, and also connecting with various spiritual fathers. I think it was like Shakyamuni or Shakyamuni Buddha, Jesus, and more. And so today, in following up, we are taking in that information, and we are going to use, many of you have, got readings, got services, blessings in these areas. And I would love to take you to activating the flourishing now for you and your family. So changing and some negative ancestral messages, maybe heightening, enhancing some of the strength messages that we talked about before, and bringing it into your family, for your family line. And so why should we focus on the family tree and the family line? So as we know, each family carries both beautiful gifts and emotional or physical patterns passed down through generations. And what we inherit isn't just our physical traits, but we also carry emotional, energetic, and spiritual messages from our ancestors. So some of you who are familiar with Dr. Master Sha's language, we carry Shen Qi Jing of our ancestors. And these messages can affect our health, our relationships, our finances, and inner peace. And often it can happen without us realizing it. I believe one session we may have talked about subconscious messages that we might hold. And a lot of times these may be in our subconscious, and we don't fully understand or even are aware that these messages are coming through and affecting us. But the good news is that these patterns are not permanent, and with the power of the Tao, and we are connecting with the Tao through the Tao technology of Tao Calligraphy today, and the messages of greatest love, forgiveness, compassion, light, and more, we can transform these messages and uplift ourselves and our family. So when we bring more light to ourselves, that light also blesses our family, past, present, and future. And so by coming here regularly, doing your practices, getting services, you're already affecting them. And now we can do it on a more conscious level as well. Okay. So in terms of flourishing our family tree, and in our workshop that we're going to have a workshop in August 9th, and we're going to go more into this, but I wanted to just give you a short sharing about introduction to this event. So in flourishing our family tree, we mean that we're activating higher frequencies of love, light, harmony, and more across generations. And in terms of health, so it is like uplifting the vitality, the emotional well-being, and resilience of your family system. For wealth, opening flow, abundance, prosperity for you and your lineage. And family harmony, healing wounds, building connections, and cultivating peace between generations. And so it is the process of transforming inherited burdens into blessings for yourself and your loved ones. So think about it for yourself. So for today, maybe you can focus on one area that you feel you would like to bring more flourishing into your family lineage, your family tree. It could be in health. Sometimes when we know we have certain conditions, like maybe it could be, like heart conditions. It could also be health, could be mental health, like maybe depression may run in my family or things like that. Well, how is your finances? It could be finances, it could be wealth in other areas as well, right? In quality of life, in having access to resources, and also family harmony, right? Which seems, self-explanatory, but really bringing that family not only into a present home, but bringing that message so it can go down through your lineage. So think about one area, and as we do our practices in today, allow the light. You can dedicate this time to help to bring these positive messages to transform that area. So think about your request, and I want you to feel it in your body. Okay, like if you have a health thing, you might definitely feel, okay, I can feel my heart, or I know there's a certain message in my line. And maybe you might not have it, but you're concerned, like, oh, my grandparents had this situation, health condition, and I might have some concern that I might inherit that. So when you're thinking about that, just think about where in your body may you hold that message and that fear or the worry or the concern, okay? And just notice where in your body and just allow that message. And we're going to do a practice in the Tao Calligraphy field or with Tao Calligraphy to kind of help you to change these messages, okay? And the modality we're going to use today, many of you online are already familiar with it. Just see. Okay, wonderful. Are already familiar with Tao Calligraphy. For those who are watching this quite new, or maybe on video, Tao Calligraphy is one of the Tao technologies created by Dr. and Master Qigong Sha. And Tao Calligraphy in particular is, we believe that it is a source field of pure light, love, frequency, and vibration. And the calligraphy, the messages are positive messages such as greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, and more. And these positive high frequency vibrations, when we trace or write down calligraphy, we can bring in these positive messages, high frequency, that will clear the denser and negative information, okay? And it can also do that in connection with our ancestors and our descendants in that area that you've thought about, okay? That you feel like you want to dedicate this to, okay? So, and I mentioned already what the Tao Calligraphy field is, and we'll get an opportunity to connect with some of these Tao Calligraphies. And we wanted to introduce, I believe my mother had introduced maybe last week, the new Tao Calligraphy field level 2 that we have, which is now made up of more calligraphies. We have some of the yin organs in the teachings of the 5 elements. Each element has a yin organ, and liver, heart, spleen, lungs, and kidneys. And we also have 8 of the 10 Tao, or greatest Tao quality calligraphies: greatest love, forgiveness, compassion, light, humility, harmony, gratitude, and service. And today we're going to connect with the 10 Tao calligraphies, or one of the 10 Tao calligraphies, and bring in this high frequency field and message for deep transformation. So I thought we would start off by allowing you to think of the area that you would want, and maybe you can write down in the chat, what is it that you would like? And is there anyone today that is have maybe a health or physical condition that they feel, hey, this might be something passed down, but you're kind of challenged with it today? Like you're feeling some pain or discomfort? Maybe you can write down in the chat or unmute. And this person, whoever feels comfortable sharing, I'm going to do our first Tao Calligraphy blessing for you. Okay. Okay, Mercedes has ringing of the ears. Okay, so let us, and is that something that you often have, Mercedes? Like, and is it something that that do you feel like it maybe also runs in your family or
No, it just suddenly, like a few weeks ago, I noticed that when I go to the bathroom
yeah.
and it's quiet because it's
Ah,
like in the middle of the night, I can hear something, and then when I go back to bed, I don't hear it, and
mm,
then and then last this week, like on a weekend, I can
mm,
hear it's really loud. So then I tried to do my Tao hands. I tried to
yes.
call on the soul of my body, soul and
Mm-hmm.
my heart and mind of my
Yeah.
cells of the inner ear, and I keep doing that for a
Mhm.
few days. And I also did the exercises that I saw on online.
Yes.
And so now it really greatly diminished it.
Okay, good,
There
good.
is like a little bit that it's like a humming,
Okay.
not like before that it's like
Okay.
it's like really
Wonderful.
loud
Okay. And have you received services on this before, like a downlight transmission or
for the
for
ear.
your ears? Yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay, okay. So let's start you off with well, I'm going to do a Tao calligraphy blessing for you and all of you online to just allow yourself to connect. We're going to create our field. And so I just want you to relax. And as we're writing, just connect with the positive information. I'm going to do greatest love. And for those of you who know how to write Tao calligraphy and you want to continue your Tao calligraphy writing to connect and refresh, uh, allow yourself to join me. And today we were blessed that Tao calligraphy teachers had a wonderful teaching and meeting with Cecilia, who is the lead teacher for Tao calligraphy. And we were reminded again of how powerful Tao calligraphy is and what it truly means. So Tao calligraphy, she would say, Tao calligraphy is life, and life is Tao calligraphy. Because when we write, our life shows up on print. Even for those who can do spiritual readings, may even see some ancestral information come up through your writing. So the family information. So but being able to write Tao calligraphy and connect with the Tao calligraphy channel is very sacred and powerful. So I want you to, even if you are not, you know, don't do writing, later on we will trace and you can maybe trace after I write. Some of you have learned at least once, and most times, most of you may have learned Da I. So you can even just write in the air. Or for those of you who have your brush and your water paper, feel free to also connect and then also write and dedicate that writing for your own uh, transformation. Okay, so we will do it for Mercedes and then and Brittany as well. So Brittany said heart, and that are you feeling any kind of physical pain in your heart right now too? Oh, I'm not sure if she's available. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure if Brittany's still here or available. Okay, so we will do for Mercedes until I get Brittany's permission. So everyone give love to Mercedes, and if when you trace with me or you are able to write, we can dedicate your tracing. You can write for yourself. So for those of you who know how to write, just allow yourself to write and bring in that message. So what we're going to do is connect with the field first. Ah, okay. carotid arteries. Okay, so Amy has for carotid artery, and Akara mentioned healing from a tooth infection, some pain remaining. Okay, so all those of you who have posted, if I have your permission, if you give me permission, we'll call all of you in and we'll do a Tao calligraphy writing blessing for Tao. Okay, so just if you are Brittany, well, I'm not sure if Mercedes, Amy, and Akara. Just relax, okay? So you don't have to write too. You just relax and receive. Other people can trace after I'm writing or write with me just to kind of dedicate that to them. Okay? Send their love. So when we're writing, we want to relax, okay? Put our minds in a lower abdomen that helps ground us. And we want to really connect to the field. This is the Tao Calligraphy channel. Some of you may be Tao calligraphy practitioners or even Tao hands practitioners. So whatever your channel is, we're going to connect with the Tao calligraphy field. Okay, so whatever level is most appropriate, I have 3 different levels of Tao calligraphy writing I can do. So whichever one is most appropriate for all those that have put their request on the chat. And we're just connecting. And we're going to connect with the quality of greatest love. Love melts all blockages, purifies our soul, heart, mind, body. So see that going to all these that we've called in, Brittany, Mercedes, Amy, and Akara. Okay. Mhm. Greatest love, I. Okay, so we can just trace with me, everyone. We're going to just give your love to all of those who have made a request. Brittany's heart, Mercedes' ear, Amy's carotid artery, Cara's teeth and gums. Greatest love. We just feel the light teams of greatest love coming in. Unconditional love. That's all blockages. Greatest love. Unconditional. Let us just feel that message. Also receiving, you can dedicate the splash of the blessings to you and your family tree in that area of flourishing, whether it's health, wealth, family harmony. Okay? And the harmony could be with one particular member. And just continue to feel this love frequency. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To continue, those of you who are receiving, and those of you, who are maybe practicing writing sometimes for yourself, you can write on yourself. I'm just gonna write in the air. And feel as the writing, the flow comes in. Greatest love, unconditional love. It's all blockages. This continues. So we're going to just check in, allow yourself to check in, take some time to have it integrate. Check in to see. So you could either have things might be a bit better. You might notice something changing, shifting positively, less, It could feel the same, or sometimes it can also feel worse, more painful, like the pain is coming through. In any of these, it might be perfect, whatever you need. But I'd like to have some feedback, because sometimes if you're feeling more of that pain or discomfort, things may be shifting through, and we want to bring more of that positive information to you so you can receive more transformation. So I'd love to maybe get some feedback, and maybe some of you too who maybe may have felt or saw, got messages as we did the first healing that would like to share, or not healing, first blessing.
Hi, Laurie. I'll just
Oh,
share
wonderful.
briefly. This
Yes.
is Akara.
Thank you, Akara.
Actually, I am experiencing a decrease in the pain and discomfort in my jaw and tooth. And it was just really nice to be reminded of the positive concentration, positive focus, positive energy, positive message, because I can still even forget that sometimes when there's discomfort. And so just connecting to your guidance in the session was just very soothing and healing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akara, for sharing. I'm so glad that you're here. Yes, wonderful. Would anyone else like to share where they're at?
Laurie.
Yes.
Amy.
Hi, Amy.
I, as you were writing, I could feel the vibrations coming through.
Wonderful.
But I felt some like stiffness. I don't know if you call it pain, but kind of stiffness where I have some problems with my carotid artery on the right side.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of the stiffness is coming out. So you could feel.
It feels like it's stiff, but
okay.
It's subsiding, but all of a sudden it just hit me like, so.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, because everyone's process may feel a little different. And a lot of times, like the stiffness or the tension or the discomfort might come up first, because it's kind of clearing the stuff, the negative information, right? The things that no longer serve us, the stiffness or the pain or discomfort, because we're changing the messages and the negative information has to leave. So you might feel that process, but as you bring more of that positive information and that light and the higher frequency, hopefully we will feel and you can feel that shift. So keep checking in, as because we're going to connect you with the next field, the Tao Calligraphy field, and we're going to go right to Tao, the second field. And I did want to check in with, how about you, Mercedes? How are you feeling? Anything?
When I tried to press this little thing near
I think,
the hole of the ear,
yes.
I don't hear any there's just a little bit, like hardly you can hear
Okay, so
something
it went
that
down a
sound.
bit. So
Yes,
the ring went down. Mhm.
but it has really already reduced a lot,
Oh,
like significantly compared to yesterday and the other
okay.
day.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you for letting us know. Yes, so the power. Yes, Gregory, you have a question. Did you want to unmute or write it in the chat?
Oh,
Yes.
Dr. Laurie,
Yes.
because I was born in June, I'm born in June. There's something called Mercury in retrograde,
Yes.
which greatly messes up my communication, my communicative, and that causes conflicts, late this and that, or misguided things and all that. But I was told that not to worry about that
Yes.
because Dr. Shaw, Master Shaw, the Tao Calligraphies, they greatly override things like Mercury in retrograde. I'm having very, very stressful times with my mom's dementia,
Wow.
and my sister is fighting with me over my mom, etc. So it's doubling that down. I need to get my blood pressure checked tomorrow at my doctor's.
Okay.
I'm almost sure, but I know if I let it affect me and say Mercury in retrograde has the upper hand, then
Yeah.
that's not correct. And if I just distract myself by watching a movie or keep on tracing or something
Yes.
like that, maybe I would feel a lot better. What do you think? Do you think I'll
Yes.
have a heart
That's,
attack tonight for my
no, so that's a great question. The first part is you talking about Mercury retrograde, and I've heard of it, and I honor that, and I know that there's information that comes about how it can be, it's a frequency and vibration, right? A shift. And what we believe, exactly what you said, is that with the Tao calligraphy, we can start changing the message. Okay, so one could be like it's real, right? And there is frequency and vibration. But what we can do is we can allow ourselves to be in this most positive light field, that it does not affect us as much or at all, right? And also, if we can shift our mental, our mind information, because if we think we will be affected, that's a message that we're giving to ourselves, right? We're giving to
I see.
ourselves that message that, oh, I'm going to be affected by this, and it's like a really bad time, right? And so already in psychology, we talk about the self-fulfilling prophecy, or also like that what we believe our minds will resonate to find that. So we will find
Yeah.
other things that are like, oh wow, this person, the call dropped, this didn't work out. So it will confirm what our belief is, which is understandable. We don't have to judge ourselves. But once we have that awareness that, oh, I can be empowered to change what I want to believe and change the messaging for myself, right? So you can start with your own thoughts, changing the messages there, right? And that can be very powerful. In psychology, we do that a lot. We're teaching people messages that serve them and messages that do not serve them, right? Basically. And in Tao calligraphy, not only are we applying that, we are also actually having this higher frequency and vibration coming in to support us with that, to maybe help support us having more positive thoughts, Because sometimes even though we want to be positive, it's hard. And that's because we might have negative messages. And these messages can come down through generations, like the family line, this family tree, right? You're hearing messages. So for you, it might seem like with the family harmony, like flourishing the family harmony to bring more harmony in the family, maybe you can make that request for a session today. And to kind of lower your stress and maybe a blood pressure, right? Because you're feeling, it seems like your heart gets affected when you are emotionally charged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe I'll survive tonight and the weekend by
Okay. Yeah. So carry that message that you can survive this weekend. Okay.
okay.
Of course, you always go to your doctor if something is coming up. We always want you to go to your physical doctor, but we can hopefully help you here in maybe managing, calming down your emotions, and you
Yeah,
give me some feedback.
I'll pay my doctor a visit tomorrow and check
Okay,
my blood
great.
pressure. But I'm sorry to take up so much time. Have
No, this
a
is
lovely week. Have a good weekend. I'm sorry to take up some time.
no,
Thank you.
please, this is a great question, and I think we all can benefit from it because we all have, we've heard of that and can be affected by many things. Okay, so
Mahalo.
yeah, so we talked about the Tao calligraphy writing, and I because I am a Tao calligraphy teacher, master teacher, as well as a Tao calligraphy practitioner, a master practitioner, we are able to, offer positive information through our writing because we use Dr. Master Shah's channel, who is also a channel for the Tao to come in. And so this can be a wonderful way that you can also support yourself and also get some information. So if people do want to join my Tao calligraphy writing class, even if it's once a month, we now have the single sessions that you can join us. But we do recommend the monthly series to kind of get more in depth and get the most of the calligraphy, and understand the power. Kind of, we also build our foundations as well. So this is, I was writing, if you see the inside Da'ai, greatest love. And so let us connect. And we've done this before with the other, our usual field, Tao Calligraphy 1. And now we're going to just connect because it is part of the Tao Calligraphy 2 field that has a bit more calligraphy and higher frequencies and vibrations. So let's trace, for some of you who are familiar, we're going to trace the calligraphy. So you can start from the top, and then you're going to do the circle 3 times. And as we trace, just as when we were writing, we want to really connect with the chant. I want you to really imagine that this field of calligraphies is all around you. Right now, we are connecting with the level 2 field, which has much more calligraphies, right? 12 and 13 calligraphies. And so I want you to just connect with that. Imagine that you're in this space and all the calligraphies around you. Even if you're just seeing one on the screen, all of the different calligraphies are around you and you're in a safe space. Let your body start to relax. You can keep your mind on your lower abdomen, and you can either trace with your 5 fingers, which represent the 5 elements. Dr. Gina often talks about the 5 elements. And then kind of trace. And as you go down the pathway, imagine that you are accessing this powerful portal of Tao, love, and light. And as you're tracing, I like to feel like it's kind of like unlocking that portal as we trace, and more positive information of love and light come to us to transform what no longer serves. So the pain, the discomfort. So continue with your same request for those of you who made that request. And then Gregory, you mentioned for your emotional stress, right? So allow yourself to notice where you're holding that stress. And as we trace, you can imagine that light coming to you. If you feel like you just want to sit down, meditate, I know it's late for some of you. You might even be in bed watching. that's fine. Just relax and just imagine the light coming into. Okay, use what we call our mind power, which is creative visualization. And just imagine that this beautiful, pure, loving light, high frequency and vibration is just clearing that negative information that you're holding in your body. Allow it to come into that area and just shining that light. Shining that light. So some of you mentioned the heart or your teeth, jaw area, your carotid artery, your ears, your emotions, wherever you're holding your emotions. A lot of times emotion can be in the heart center area, or you can feel it in your head. So just imagine that love and light is coming to you. And if your mind wanders, just gently bring it back and imagine the light. Nice and gentle, just feel greatest love, unconditional love. Melts all blockages, purifies your soul, heart, mind, and body. And we usually just connect with the calligraphy by just saying, "Dear, the calligraphy of Da'ai, please bless my request." Whatever your request was. And feel that light coming to you. And so we're already feeling a lot of blockages releasing. And we can also connect with our ancestor line. So dear our ancestors, please join us in doing forgiveness. So if some of you are familiar with the forgiveness practice, I can heighten this practice. If we or our ancestors have ever hurt, harmed, taken advantage of, did wrong to in any way, keeping this type of information in our family line and family tree, please forgive us. Please help us transform these messages to greatest love and light, peace and harmony, whatever it is that you want, right? Health. So better health, wealth, or family harmony. So just make one request, the request that we've mentioned, and feel that light going into you and into the area in your body that you're holding that information, right? You might feel a slight tension, heaviness, fatigue, or, pain, discomfort. Let that love and light just radiate into the area that you need. Focus on the light. So we're training our mind power to really focus on what we want. So the light, greatest love, the light of greatest love, unconditional love. Heart power is feeling it. So imagine that you can see the light or visualize the light. And imagine that you're feeling this pure positive light of greatest love. If you can think about like something that you love so, so, so much, or that thought of being so unconditionally loved that, your heart is just moved to tears. And allow yourself to exponentially increase that love to a higher frequency vibration of unconditional spiritual love. And feel that love just radiating in. This love automatically melts the blockage. So you can even give love to the area that you're feeling. You can give love to that situation, because by allowing that pain or discomfort, it brings to our attention something that needs attention, that is wanting to have some comfort, some transformation. So as we attend to it with greatest love, unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion, light, it can naturally release and heal. And these loving, positive messages can come in. So greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul, mind and body. Feel that greatest love in that area. And soul power is just to say hello, ask for your blessing, as we did earlier. Mind power is to really see that light, visualize that light radiating in. Or for those of you who have spiritual, your spiritual channels are open, you might already see that light. You might also see some of the blockages leaving, but stay and just let it go. But you can stay focused on the light coming in, training ourselves to see and connect with the light. Heart power, again, feeling that light, feeling the love and light. Okay? And if you say you can't, then imagine that you're feeling it. Okay, so that helps to activate you actually feeling it. So maybe you don't see anything, maybe you don't feel anything. It's okay. Just do the best that you can, right? And use your your creative imagination, visualization abilities, feeling it. Imagine how it feels like. That light. And feel that light, that cleansing. And now I want you to start to visualize what it is you want. So many times when we are in pain, discomfort, we're stressed, our minds are really focused on what we don't want. I don't want, there's all this fighting. I'm afraid that ... Oh, the pain or discomfort, I'm afraid and worried that ... right? Our mind goes to what we don't want. And that is common. So we don't have to judge ourselves. But when we can catch ourselves and be aware of what we are thinking and feeling, then we can do something to get us back in alignment, into balance with the Tao, our internal. We all have this innate healing abilities. And with the power of the field, we can exponentially get support to help transform. So feel that's this love and light, and think about what you want. Start visualizing if you can. If you cannot, don't worry about it, because there is some steps in a process. So if you cannot, just do what you can, try to visualize the light, right? But if you can, start thinking about what it is that you are wanting. So, comfort, right? My ears can hear, comfortable. My heart feels calm and happy. I can see my family calming down, getting into harmony, feeling happier, healthier, more together. So start planting those messages, okay? And let the field help you create those messages. So sometimes by just tracing and meditating in the field, you might even get a vision, a sense of what can happen. Happy, harmonious relationships, a healthy heart, ear clear and comfortable ears, mouth, teeth, arteries, relaxed and open arteries. So see that, let that light, and imagine that the field is bringing that information to you, to your request. For those of you who are wanting maybe health in the family, right? You might be concerned with a family member. See that person healthy, you bringing in these positive messages and passing down these healthy messages. It could be like healthy heart message, right? So feel like what you want. Those choosing wealth, you might think of, oh, beautiful coins coming in, and the ease and the comfort, the security, knowing that, regular revenues are coming to me and trickling down my family line, opening up, bringing this light. And if you're feeling a blockage, just bring that light where you feel the blockage in your body as you trace, as you meditate. Okay? Good. Wonderful. Now let's just finish up your tracing. And we're just going to check in to see how people are doing. How are you doing? Okay. And I wanted to just check in. How are people feeling? Okay. So Gregory said Dr. Laurie is correct. The tenets and teachings of Master Sha plus the Tao calligraphy transcends the myths, astrological sciences, and all rumors. Thank you, Dr. Laurie, for helping me feel much better. Good. I'm glad that you feel better. Yes. And Dr. Master Sha honors everything. We're not saying something is real, something is not. We're just saying that Tao calligraphies are powerful and it can support us. Okay. So wonderful. I'm glad that you're calming down. How are others feeling? Is there anyone else who is still? I just want to kind of check in. Messages. So maybe as I'm waiting for some feedback, so some of you can either unmute to give feedback or write in the chat. And
Laurie,
yes, go ahead.
I still feel
The
kind of
stiffness?
and kind of sensations over there, but
Okay.
I saw so much light, so you know.
Great, wonderful.
It must be doing something, yeah.
Okay, great.
But yeah, I saw so much light and then I felt so warm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
good. Thank you for sharing that. Akara said she feels calmer, more grounded, less irritation. Thank you. Thank you, Akara. And anyone else checking in?
I feel like my heart feels a little bit more calm. Thank you. It was feeling like a little bit of kind of rapid pace earlier. And that is something we do have a lot of family lineage on both sides of it, like heart messages. So that's good to give that some more support. So thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing that. And I know we only have 5 minutes, but let's see if I can, in the 5 minutes, offer. Okay, I'm getting for Brittany, I know you have had heart before, but maybe now with the Tao Calligraphy 2 field, I'm getting I wanted the next level for you. Mercedes says, thank you, Dr. Laurie, for the blessing and love. I'm positive that this condition I'm having will eventually go away as I continue to meditate. Yes, wonderful. And I'm going to okay, so I'm getting for it was important for Brittany to have one tonight. So everyone, you can just check, and this would be the next level for you, Brittany, right? We did greatest love. Is there any calligraphies that you did not yet get it from?
I think I have all 3.
All 3. Okay, so let me see if there's one for greatest that's the bay or okay, I'm getting for Dagwang Mei. Okay, so the calligraphies we have, we'll introduce them. Can you we have greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, and then greatest light. So for Brittany, we're going to give her another one, and we're going to give it to her for greatest light. So we now have different calligraphies and a high frequency vibration. Okay, so everyone relax. And I apologize. I know if you have to leave in 5 minutes, everyone, please forgive me. But we have 5 more minutes for today, and please receive the splash from Brittany. Okay, so for Brittany, Da Guang Ming, greatest light. So I'm just gonna do it. And for everyone, you can support Brittany by saying forgiveness practice on behalf of her and her ancestors and regarding their heart. You can also do it for yourself, because heart is very important for all of us. But we can support Brittany and serve Brittany today. So I'm just connecting and silently doing some forgiveness on her behalf and her ancestors' behalf, her family, Ryan's behalf. So what we're gonna do, so Tao, Guang Ming, golden light ball, golden liquid spring, Tao Guang Ming, golden light ball, golden liquid spring for Brittany, for her heart. Transmission. All churches join us on transmission. Turn on. And everyone, just for a few moments, just trace the pattern of Da Guang Ming. Again, you can go 3 times. And I don't know where so the pattern is Da Guang Ming. Okay, we just turn on her treasure for her heart and all her other heart treasures, but this is a newer, higher level one for her heart. And then also, that treasure coming into also radiate out. We all get the benefits from the treasure. The greatest light. Da Guang Ming. 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 Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Brittany, maybe if you can just share, continue to chat. And maybe as we are having Brittany integrate, for those of you can continue to just send love and light to Brittany, turn on her treasure, have it serve. I wanted to just talk really briefly about some next steps and some upcoming things that we have in the last few minutes. So again, these are some of the calligraphies that we have. Our new ones are Dagan En, and I don't have the Da Fu up there. But what I just gave her is this golden light ball, golden liquid spring that carries this positive Shen Qi Jing, or the soul, information, energy, and matter, to kind of help her bring more information to that area. And so if you find that these could also help you, if you think you need more support, please let us know. And I wanted to share that this month, for more wellness information, my mother will have her July Tao Wellness Workshop on Monday and Tuesday coming up soon. So please, it's 8 to 9. I forgot the hyphen here. So 8 to 9 a.m. on both days. And she really puts her love and attention and her heart in these classes to make it more integrative and fun and really powerful. So I hope that you can join and really tell others too, because people, especially those who are maybe new, could also really benefit from her workshop. Okay, and the other way, sorry. And we also have our upcoming So this was like an intro to our Flourishing Our Family Tree, Health, Wealth, and Harmony, a special blessing workshop and session with our Satori team. And it's going to be on Saturday, August 9th from 1 to 3:30. We're going to have a special honoring ceremony for ancestors. We'll have more Tao Calligraphy field blessings to bless our descendants as well. And for those of you who can come in person, this will be the first time, I believe, that we'll actually have most of our calligraphies up. So you get to really feel the frequency. I felt it, last week I had a bit more of the Tao qualities up, and it was already very powerful. And so with the others, we are very, very blessed. But you can also join us on Zoom. And we'll also have some special packages to kind of help to bless and support different areas of flourishing for your family tree. Okay. And I would like to share about the Shaw Research Foundation study. They have different studies, such as the Love, Peace, Harmony study. Satori is honored to be volunteers for the depression study with Tao Calligraphy and the energized water. So if you do know of anyone who has a diagnosis or in different conditions, they have some different studies. So you can go to the research and, people could apply, and this would be, they get like a free service. They go through some, the study, which they, learn practices to help them. And this is all free of charge. So if you can share that, see if that's something that would resonate with some of you. And again, thank you. I just wanted to end with giving our love and gratitude to the Tao Calligraphy field, to our teacher, Dr. and Master Shah, who has brought all of this to humanity at this very special time to have greater transformation. So thank you, all of you, for joining. I do want to read Mercedes said, I think we read, Akara is calmer, more grounded, less irritation. Mercedes, thank you, Dr. Laurie. Oh, she said, yeah, I'm positive that this condition will go away. Gregory said, we can all trace Dagon in greatest gratitude and understand that other people around the world are suffering much more than we, including myself. So congratulations, Gregory, putting things into a service perspective and going back into the gratitude of what we have. Wonderful. And Brittany, did you want to share how you feel?
Thank you. I felt like before the blessing, my heart felt a little bit like more rapid heartbeat, a little bit increased there, and it almost felt like almost a cool sensation, a little bit like anxiety and ungrounded the last few days. And then after the blessing, there was it feels like more calm, more slowed down, almost like I had the visual of almost like honey going over it, just like that golden and light. And there is, I feel more calm, more grounded. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Brittany, for that sharing. And it reminds me of how blessed we are that we have these opportunities to quickly within the hour shift some of our information, and we actually can feel the benefits, calming down emotions, less ringing, feeling grounded, less pain. So thank you everyone for sharing, and thank you all for your service. You all being here makes the field so much more powerful, and I could feel your love and light to those who have shared concerns, and to Brittany as we also chanted and traced for her. So thank you everyone. I do have an announcement. I believe next week we might be on break for because it's the 5th Thursday of the month. So I believe that we are on break, so we may not have, we have Thursday Healing Evening. So in place, I would recommend that you go to our playlist and maybe watch one that you haven't watched or rewatch one that you liked. So hopefully that will be posted, but we do have a playlist of many for several years of our sessions. So hopefully you find one that you connect with. So thank you everyone for your understanding, and we will be back the first week of August. Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. And I would love